There's a moment, maybe you felt it, when things are heating up, everything's going fine, and then suddenly your body tenses up, not from excitement, but hesitation. You shift positions, but something in the back of your mind holds you back. Maybe it's your hip, maybe your lower back, maybe a flash of pain in your groin you weren't expecting, and now you're not really present anymore. You don't say anything. You power through. You smile. You act like it's fine. But afterward, when you're lying there, you wonder, what was that? Was it just tight muscles or something more serious? You don't bring it up to your partner. You sure as hell don't bring it up to your doctor. It feels awkward, embarrassing, like it shouldn't be a problem, like maybe you're just getting old and need to accept it. But here's the thing, you're not alone in this. Not by a long shot. A lot of men, especially over 40, feel that exact same hesitation during sex. That quiet fear that one wrong move could lead to a pulled muscle or something worse, a rupture, a nerve pinch, a hospital visit you'd never want to explain. But most stay silent. They shrug it off until it becomes something they can't ignore anymore. If that's where you are or where you're heading, then this matters, because some positions are dangerous, and knowing what to avoid, that's not fear, that's just smart. Here's what most guys don't realize. It's not just about getting older. It's not even about being out of shape. The real issue runs deeper than flexibility or stamina. What's happening inside your body, the stuff you can't see, that's where the real risk lives. Start with your spine. Every time you move, lift, or twist, your spine absorbs pressure. Over the years, that pressure builds up, especially if you sit a lot, carry extra weight, or had a few old injuries that never fully healed. The small discs between your vertebrae, they wear down. The nerves that run through your lower back, they get compressed. You might not feel it day to day, until one sudden movement during sex hits you with a lightning bolt of pain. Then there's your hips and pelvic floor, the foundation of movement down there. These muscles do more than help with thrust or position. They stabilize you, protect you. But if they're weak or tight, which happens with age or after years of not moving much, they stop absorbing pressure. So instead, that strain hits your joints, your back, your groin. That's how injuries happen. And blood flow? That's a big one. If circulation is poor, the tissues around your pelvis and genitals don't get the oxygen they need. You lose sensitivity, your reaction time slows, you don't feel the warning signs as clearly until it's too late. So no, it's not just about picking the wrong position, it's about what your body can safely handle right now. And if you don't know what's going on under the surface, you're gambling with something you can't afford to lose. The good news? You're not powerless. And once you understand this, you can start doing something about it. You don't talk about it, not with your partner, not with your doctor, maybe not even with yourself. But that hesitation you feel, that little moment of doubt before you move into a certain position, it matters, because once pain enters the picture, everything shifts. You're not just dealing with discomfort at the moment, you start questioning yourself in ways you don't even realize. Is something wrong with me? Am I too old for this now? What if this gets worse? That kind of second guessing creeps into places it doesn't belong. You might start avoiding sex altogether, not because you don't want it, but because you're afraid it'll hurt, afraid of what that pain might mean. And slowly, that fear builds a quiet wall between you and the woman lying next to you. It doesn't end in the bedroom either. You carry that tension with you. It messes with your sleep. It adds a layer of stress that never quite lets up. And it chips away at the part of you that used to feel confident, the part that felt like you. That's the real danger. Not the physical strain itself, but what it does to your mindset. Because when pain shows up in your sex life, it starts rewriting how you see yourself as a man. And if no one helps you unpack that, it just keeps getting heavier. But you're here now, so we're going to talk about it. And more importantly, we're going to get some of that weight off your shoulders. Here's the thing most guys won't admit, especially not out loud. We're taught to push through pain, to man up, to believe that if something hurts, you just need to toughen up and keep going. And for a lot of us, that attitude spills into the bedroom too. Maybe you've felt it before, a sharp pull in your lower back, a tightness in your groin, maybe even a jolt of pain in your hip during a position that honestly used to feel fine. But instead of stopping, you tell yourself it's no big deal. You keep going. You power through, because that's what men do, right? But here's the truth. That kind of thinking, it's not strength, it's silent damage. What you're feeling in the moment, those warning signs your body's giving you, aren't just random. They're your nervous system saying, this isn't working anymore. That tension, that stiffness, that numbness, it means something, and ignoring it doesn't make you strong. It puts you one step closer to an injury that might not bounce back. And let's be honest, a lot of what we think we're supposed to be doing in bed doesn't even come from real life. It comes from porn, from performance, from a highlight reel of positions that aren't made with your joints or your age in mind. So, yeah, copying that stuff without knowing how your body's built is another mistake most men make. And they make it quietly, over and over, until something finally gives. The real strength, it's not pushing through, it's in knowing when to listen and when to change course before it's too late. Here's the good news: you don't have to give up sex, and you definitely don't have to settle for discomfort. Most of what you need is already within reach. It's just about knowing how to use your body in a way that works with you, not against you. Let's start with the basics. If you're dealing with joint pain, lower back tightness, or even just stiffness that wasn't there in your 30s, then certain positions can trigger those weak spots fast, especially the ones that twist your spine or put pressure on your hips and knees. So, what does work? Two positions tend to be the safest, especially if you've got anything going on with your back or pelvis. First is side lying. You both lie on your sides, facing the same direction. It sounds simple, maybe even too simple, but it takes the pressure off your spine and allows for more control. No torque, no strain. The second is modified missionary, with your partner's legs flat or just slightly bent, and you supporting your weight with your hands, not your elbows. Keep your core engaged and your back straight, not arched. Think stability, not intensity. And here's a key shift: slow down. Let yourself feel the movement instead of rushing through it. That alone can reduce strain and increase pleasure for both of you. Also, consider using a firm pillow or folded towel under your lower back or knees. Small adjustments like that can make a big difference in comfort and confidence. You're not broken. Your body's just asking for a little more care now. Give it that, and you'll not only avoid injury, you'll actually enjoy sex more. With fewer worries and more presence. That's what works. Look, you're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. You're just trying to feel normal again. Steady, safe, in control of your own body when it matters most. And the good news is, you don't need to overhaul your entire sex life overnight. This isn't about performance. It's about paying attention, because your body is talking to you, in stiffness, in discomfort, in that little jolt of pain you've been ignoring. The problem is, most men were never taught to listen. We were taught to push through, to prove something. But pain isn't a test, it's a signal. So here's what to expect when you start doing things differently. At first, you'll probably feel awkward adjusting positions or slowing things down. It might feel like you're doing something less than, but you're not. You're being smarter. You're giving your body room to breathe, to heal, to actually enjoy what's happening. Over time, those small changes add up. Less tension, more sensation, fewer worries in the back of your mind. You're not holding your breath waiting for something to go wrong. You're present, connected. Progress isn't flashy, it's quiet, subtle, but it's real. And when you feel it, you'll know you're finally moving in the right direction. Picture this. You're with your partner, and for once, your mind isn't spinning. You're not second-guessing every movement. You're not holding your breath, bracing for that sudden jolt of pain. You're just there, fully present, in your body, in the moment. It's been a while, hasn't it? See, when you start listening to your body, really listening, not brushing things off, not pretending it's all fine, something shifts. You stop performing and you start connecting, not just with her, but with yourself. And no, it's not about chasing some perfect version of yourself. It's not about being 20 again. It's about control, confidence, choice. You know what's safe for you now. You've figured out what feels good and right. You've stopped copying what you saw online or what you thought you should be doing. And in that, you've reclaimed something. Because when you stop ignoring the warning signs and start moving with intention, you get more than just physical relief. You get clarity, and that's powerful. You're not stuck in your head. You're not guarding every move. You're finally free to enjoy it, without fear, without tension, without pretending. That's the new you, not some fantasy, just the real grounded version you've been needing to return to. Look, here's what it comes down to. Your body isn't trying to betray you. It's trying to talk to you. Every ache, every hesitation, every moment of doubt in the bedroom, that's not weakness. That's information, a quiet signal. And ignoring it, that's not brave. That's just putting off the inevitable. But listening, acting, that's something else entirely. You don't need to change everything overnight. You just need to take the next honest step. Maybe that's rethinking one position. Maybe it's getting serious about recovery. Maybe it's finally choosing to stop pretending everything's fine. You've got more control than you've been told, and more strength than you probably realize, so take it, use it. Start small if you have to, but start, because when you stop ignoring your body and start respecting it, something shifts. That quiet courage, that's when things begin to change, for real.